Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your April 2021 general and love read. So it's going to be a little bit longer. It's for the next 7 days. This will be your longer read for the week. I'm going to pull up your journey here, where you're at in your ascension, and I'm going to look at your love. I'm going to look at you specifically, and then the problem you're having, and then I'll look at your person and how they feel towards you. Okay, that'll be towards the end here. But right now I'm going to take a look at, how I like to see where you're at in your way of thinking. Okay, that's what I'll pull up right now. Show me Sagittarius and where they are at in their current way of thinking, their ascension process. Where are they at? How do they view things? True love. Okay, you're seeking true love. You're wanting true love. Okay. And I love this picture because of the mirror here. And it's talking about, it starts, when you look in a mirror and you don't like something, what do? You change it. You fix your hair, you change yourself. So when you want true love and you want to love, it has to start here. So you have to love, true love, and then it'll reflect up here. Okay. We have professional assistance. All right. Some of you may be meeting an influential person who can help you in your work, your career, right? Conflict. Okay, there could be a little bit of conflict happening right now. That's an event. 2 4s here. Okay, so there's an event that's happening that might create a little bit of a tift in your energy right now, right? But stay optimistic. Stay optimistic. Could be a Leo around you, and just keep looking forward. Okay, so I really do feel like you're seeking. You're in a place right now where you really are seeking true love, and you possibly could find somebody or be connected with somebody who you work with. Okay, but you may also be definitely connecting with somebody who's going to be your stepping stool, next step into a higher position. Okay, regarding work. Okay, and you have lots of spirit guides around you. That was another 4. So your 444 number of synchronicities this week to let you know that you're on the right path and working on stability. All right, so let me grab one of these cards for you. You're staying pretty optimistic here. Okay, that's you're staying optimistic. I feel like you need to be aware of any conflict that comes up in your reality and try not to react to it. Okay, try not to let it shift you out of alignment, and so that you can still continue moving on your path. And if some of you are losing a little bit of faith about your job or career, I feel like there's somebody about to lend a helping hand. All right, this cards will sometimes pull up what the conflict or the issue is. Do not do things you know are bad for you. Do not, and that's an 8. So there's 2 4s here plus an 8. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. So I'm getting a couple messages here. If you're involved with somebody who you're trying to get somebody's attention and you feel like you need to do something against what you would normally do to get this person's attention, no, nay, and you're having a mental conflict. That might be the conflict here, because you may want to go somewhere or do something so you can be with somebody or hang out. I'm getting this like image of like a kid, like when I was a kid or a teenager, and you want to go hang out with somebody you have a crush on, but you're not, your curfew, and then you jump out your window or something. Don't do something you shouldn't do. All right, that's basically, and do not drink poison. So it could be also telling some of you that you may need to hold back a little bit with alcohol or a party or something that's going on, because it could cause conflict in your life, conflict in the situation. So you don't want to do any drunk dialing or start any fights with somebody that you're trying to win back or get back or trying to be in a relationship with. Or you don't want to cause any conflicts with somebody who you work with. And for some of you, I'm really getting this strong message now that some of you could have a drinking problem and you may need to seek out professional assistance, okay? So don't, my videos, tarot, this is entertainment, my advice. I come from my higher self. I try to give the best advice I can, but if it comes to addictions and things like that, stuff like that, you need to seek out professional guides and help for that, okay? A counselor, psychologists, people who are licensed to do things like that, okay? But I do feel like that's for some of you, or maybe a direct for somebody, okay? But for the rest of you, I just feel like you may overdrink, and you don't want to do that at a work party or anything like that. You don't want to cause conflict with anybody you work with, and another coworker or boss. You don't want to do that, right? Because that could get in the way of you stepping up, okay? And then for the other of you, I just feel like, you're looking for true love. You love this person. You think this person could be your one, and maybe they're not responding to you the way you want them to, and you may have a couple glasses of wine or some beer, and then you start drunk dialing and, saying things that you regret the next day, okay? So take it how it resonates. Let's hit one of these cards, and then we'll get into the actual situation. I bang my cards because it's good to do that, because it gets the negative energy off the cards, okay? And I'm also a massage therapist, and I just have a rough hand. Okay, love is strange, all right? That true love, all right? So, two things here, okay? You might be thinking that this isn't working out for you, and you don't want to drunk dial or do anything like that, but love is strange, and your person's processing, and they may process things different than you, okay? So instead of assuming that things aren't working out the way you want them to, understand that your person's still going through their process, and they're going to conform to what you think. Okay, so if you're thinking negative things and you start to fight, they're going to show up for you like that. But if you just stay calm and in alignment and let the process happen and stay focused on what it is you want, and the person will mirror you, reflect your thoughts. Okay, they will be a reflection of your thoughts. Hear that again. So they will show up for you however you think, and they will. Okay, however you want them to. Right. I also get love is strange too. If this is for somebody who's new, you may end up getting together with somebody that you never expected, and it's almost like an odd couple, and it could be the best thing that ever happened to you. Okay, I love my strange Beauty and the Beast card. All right, let's take a look at your love. What's going on with you with this love? Okay, we're gonna fine-tune it. Okay, I'm going to fine-tune it. Sometimes it'll start really getting directly into a situation. Remember, if you're not connected to somebody in the past, lots of times the reason why a past person comes up is because you're still connected to the person in the past, whether you know it or not. And you need to release the attachments and the feelings and the emotion that went with it, so that you can move on, so new love can come in. Okay, so even if you get to a tarot and they're like, oh, you're a past person, right? And you're like, I'm not dealing with a past person. Well, yes, you are still. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You just don't want to admit it. And if you're not, and you completely know you're not, and you're in alignment, and you've ascended, and you know you've done the work, and you've released the attachments, then you can say, this isn't my read, this doesn't resonate. Okay. All right, let's do this. Sagittarius. Material world. Yeah, so I do feel like there's going to be a lot of change in. There's something to do with a lot of you with your professional world. Some of you may be getting definitely a raise, a good raise, or promotion. Is moving up the ladder, really getting some professional assistance. Maybe some of you are coming out of college and you're getting your resume together and you're looking for assistance in that, and then you're going to land somebody's really going to help you, and they may actually be a connection for you. Okay, and we have release. All right, so release. So that's going with what I was saying about past people, past situation, past issues, releasing that energy so that you can move forward, okay? And releasing the conflict that may be coming up too. If that's not an alcohol-induced conflict, it's just mental conflict or conflict about a situation, it's talking about releasing that, okay? And devotion. A lot of love here. A lot of love, true love. It's what you're looking for. It's what you want. Stay true to that. But it's starting to show that it's coming up for you. It's starting to show. All right, we're going to take a closer look at just you. All right, I'm just going to focus just on Gemini here, not your person, just you. Sometimes, you know, whatever comes up, comes up. I think it does. I want to see what energy you're sitting in, like, regarding this love situation. Let's see what these. One more shuffle. Ooh, oh, the star wanted to come out. Aquarius. Keeping the faith. Maybe some of you are connecting with an Aquarius, okay? But you're manifesting, or maybe need to start manifesting. And this is healing too, okay? So as you're manifesting and healing yourself and working on your situation, you're healing your person too. And they're going to be a reflection of you, just like I was talking about in the beginning, okay? But you could be connecting with Aquarius. So you might want to read go check out the Aquarius. And Aquarius one had a lot of really good advice regarding the manifestation process, okay? And we have the Ace of Pentacles. You want a new beginning, okay? You want the solid start to a commitment, okay? And this is what you're trying to manifest in, a new opportunity too. This is going with that material world too. So it's like you're working on both, dual, right? You want the opportunity. You want it all right now, okay? So this is really hitting a home to some of you that I feel like maybe just looking for a new job, looking for that career, looking for that career change, maybe just coming out of college and really wanting a new start. You know, finally a fresh start, manifesting, and you want your love, you want to start your family, you want to do all this stuff, like getting that kind of energy for some of you too, okay? And we have the Knight of Wands, okay? If this one was in reverse, okay, so it's an Aries, Leo, Sag, you could be connecting or thinking about somebody who you feel is a cheater, okay? You feel like they're a player, you feel like they are just all about hooking up, okay? You're assuming these things, and or maybe you feel played, or you feel like they've played you, okay? And that's why this conflict might come up, because you feel like they played you and you wanted something more. You may have felt like this person was your true love or your soulmate, and this is where that love is strange is coming in, okay? Because this person's still processing. This person may have came in with that attitude and with that energy of, I just want to be a friend with benefits, I just want to hook up once or whatever. But you may not have realized that something shifted in them, that they had more feelings than you, but they were in denial at first, and now they're processing and they're realizing, hey, I have more feelings for my Sagittarius than I thought, okay? And then they're going to come back in. That's why you don't lose faith. You don't lose faith, and you create stories. But instead, for some reason, we as humans, we want to go the negative way. When we don't get what we want right away, we start to assume that it's our fault. We did something wrong. They don't want us. They did this. They're cheaters. They're liars. Or we start blaming them, and they want this, and they're no good, and da da da. Instead of going, they really like me, they really want me, this was unexpected, and they really need to process their feelings, they really need to make sure that this is what they want, they're choosing me, they're just confused, you know, they want to make sure they're making the right decision. Like, we don't say things like that. You don't know what the hell's going on in this person's head, so why are you assuming the worst? Because you had the worst show up for you at once, because you're holding on to how a situation made you feel, does not need to mean that you need to create. What you're doing is you're staying attached to what happened. So you're staying in this moment, your present moment is staying attached to the past. So you're recreating the same. You want validation. So you want validation that this person is going to turn up for you that way. All right, that's where that conflict's coming in. But if you would stop and detach from what happened and say, okay, it happened, let it go. Where did I go wrong? How did I manifest this into my life? Now let's go, let go. Now sit here and go, what do I want to see come in? Okay? What do I want to see come in? And start affirming that this person wants something more. Okay? They want more. Don't go back here. And that's how you're going to create things to come in for you. Okay? All right. Now let's take a look at the situation with these cards. All right. And see what you need to maybe do, actions, problem. And then we'll look at your person. Make sure you hit the like button, so my videos rotate, more people can see them. And go live a lot more. So make sure your bell notifications are on and they're set to all, okay? So you're only allowed 3 notifications, and I wanted you to see when I go live because I've been doing that a lot, okay? All right, soul contract. You want your justice. You want this. You want commitment. All right. You want to start. Page of Pentacles. You want messages already. You want this person to do right by you. Okay, it could be a Libra. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. But you definitely, you know, and I'm getting like some of you could be, if this is regarding the material, the prosperous, some of you may be working in the law field, and this is where you're working on your resume and things like that, or you're working on contracts with people, and somebody may come into your life that will help be a connection, okay? But you're definitely wanting messages. You want somebody to come forth and make things right. You want justice served. You want karma, you know, karma served. All right, but you're on guard, all right? This is your subconscious thoughts. I always put this foundation subconscious for me, okay? I feel like you have all your defenses up. You're on guard because of what happened in the past here, okay? You are assuming this person is just a player and they can never change, okay? So you're on guard. And because they did that, that's where you want this justice. That's where you want messages, an apology of some sort, or to make it right. All right. So in the past, there definitely is the world in reverse. There definitely was something that happened, and somebody was left feeling like they don't know what the hell just happened. You want closure, okay? It's just like you thought something was going and going, and then it didn't go nowhere, but you still want it to, so you're feeling incomplete, okay? So something keeps, you know, going, okay? I mean, you don't have closure, okay? Something didn't give you closure. And so on your mind is the Chariot in reverse. You feel at a distance from this person. You feel like there's no movement and there's no communication, and that the two of you are not moving in the same direction. All right, but there's the world in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. It's talking about unfinished business too. It's just that you're feeling like there's no movement, and you don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do with this, okay? You don't know how to react, all right? But don't react. In the near future, we have the Devil card, putting way too much energy onto the situation, obsessing over it, okay? Obsessing, which is going to, I feel like this is what's leading up to this over drinking. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. Do not be tempted to strike out, to reach out, to say hurtful things, to do anything that could cause conflict, right? You don't want to, just because you're not getting what you want at this situation, you don't want to make it worse. You want to manifest it to come in better. So if you react to this, you're going to make it worse, okay? Could be with a Capricorn. What should you do? Spiritual advisement, okay? Connect, alignment, maybe asking for spiritual guidance. This is spiritual guidance. Seeking spiritual guidance, okay? Closing the lesson, taking a step back here and trying to figure out where you're going wrong. Why did you create this situation to happen in your life? Because we do create from within our thoughts. How did you do this? How did you create this? Instead of pointing at your person, how are you? What is your self-concept of yourself in this relationship? How are you allowing this person to show up for you like that? Start asking yourself these questions so that you can get closure, you can learn the lesson here so that you can move forward. Okay, what should you know? There's going to be an end. It was a painful ending, but this is coming to an end. Okay, it's going to be completed. The cycle will be completed. Your person is going to evolve in the situation. Your hopes or fears, Queen of Swords. Like, you think there's going to be no communication. The person's going to be bitter, sharp, mean, aggressive, just cold and detached, right? You don't feel like they're going to reciprocate their feelings, okay? Possible outcome, universal alignment, the Star card, okay? The Aquarius card, that's what you got in the beginning, okay? This energy of being in alignment, getting your wish, healing, okay? Could be with an Aquarius. I feel like, right, was that you that got you got the Star card and the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, okay? But you have to let go of this fear, and you have to let go of this self-concept of you in this relationship, and and know that it's coming in for you. Let me take a look at your person real quick. Okay, let me take a look at your person to kind of ease maybe what's going on in your head. Let's see where they're at right now and how they feel and their intentions. You're a person, Sag. You're a person. Keep wanting to say Gemini, so maybe you are connected with a Gemini or an Aquarius. The King of Swords, okay? So upright. Somebody who's really thinking deep and analyzing the situation. Aquarius, but Gemini energy, okay? And I just had the Aquarius, Gemini. So they're really thinking, okay? They do feel like there's a disharmony in this relationship. They do feel that, especially that Justice card. They know that they did something wrong. They know how they made you feel. They know that, they now know that you had different intentions, and they now know, they're thinking about it. And they are now seeing that maybe they do too. Okay, that they did come in and do you wrong. There's definitely a stalemate here, but there will be an ending soon. Okay, they're going to end this. They're going to make things right. There's going to be change, transformation. Okay, there's going to be transformation. Ace of Cups and Six of Wands coming in to offer their cup of love. Coming in. Okay, your person may be a little bit arrogant, a little bit showy. Maybe they, you know, they get a lot of attention. Maybe that's why they come in as the Knight of Wands in reverse. They know that they can have this player type of energy. They know who they can get what they want, you know, but they're very successful, and that's why. They're very confident, and sometimes they can come across as overly confident. But remember, I said this person may have came in and met you and not realize that you would affect them the way you have. Okay, you sparked something in them. So start believing that you are powerful enough to do that for somebody. Give yourself credit, okay? Because this person wants to come back and open their heart to this and offer love for you, okay? So give yourself credit. All right, guys, I love you. I hope you like the message. Take care.